Welcome. In this video, Zbcn coin new listing has arrived. What will happen now? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and please watch to the end to understand. First, let's analyze the chart so that we can find the direction, and then we will look at the listing. One of the most striking technical structures on the chart is a clearly formed flag pattern. These types of formations in technical analysis indicate a short-term consolidation phase following a strong upward movement and are generally considered continuation patterns. In the current situation, the price had previously formed a similar structure and broke upward out of that earlier flag pattern, resulting in a notable upward move. That breakout not only technically fulfilled the target of the formation, but also clearly demonstrated the strength and direction of the market to investors. Flag patterns like this typically reflect a healthy correction phase after a prior strong rally. The flag portion represents a slight pullback followed by the price being compressed into a horizontal or slightly downward sloping channel. However, this compression does not disrupt the overall picture. In fact, it tends to increase positive expectations. This formation shows that buyers are still active in the market and that despite selling pressure, the price is able to hold at certain levels. This indicates a healthy uptrend and suggests that the probability of a new rally is quite high. The fact that a new flag pattern is forming in the current situation provides important clues that the previous scenario may repeat itself, especially if the price has approached the upper boundary of this formation and is beginning to create significant pressure there. It paints a hopeful picture that a breakout may be imminent. From a technical perspective, if such a formation breaks upward, the target is typically measured by the length of the flagpole. This suggests that a new strong upward potential may be just around the corner. Considering how powerful the breakout was during the previous pattern, the current structure has a high potential to produce a similar, if not stronger, rally, especially when examining the price action within the formation, such as holding above the lower boundary, balanced volume, and buyers stepping in during brief downward wicks. There are technically positive signals. This indicates the market is still carrying a positive expectation. At this stage, the key factor to watch is whether the upper boundary of the flag formation will be broken. If the price manages to break above this line with strong volume, it would not only fulfill a technical pattern target, but also represent the overcoming of a psychological barrier. Such breakouts often lead to fast and aggressive price increases. Flag formations are closely monitored by many investors and tend to attract broad participation when broken, which helps the price reach its targets more quickly. Looking at the region where this formation is occurring from a technical standpoint, it can be seen that previous resistance levels are now starting to act as support. This suggests that the price may continue to rise in a healthy manner, both technically and structurally. While the price is moving within the formation, it is also forming higher lows, showing that it is gaining strength in the support area. Therefore, it can be confidently said that the formation is strong not only in shape, but also in substance. In conclusion, the technical outlook is highly positive. The breakout of the previous flag pattern and the resulting rally have earned the confidence of investors. Now, this newly forming similar structure is a strong technical signal that history may repeat itself. As the price approaches the upper boundary of the flag pattern, it indicates that buying pressure may increase and that a breakout could be near. If this breakout is supported by volume, both short-term and medium-term targets are very likely to be achieved. But we cannot base our analysis solely on the formation. Let's take a look at other metrics too. Stay tuned. One of the key structures that stands out on the chart is the W pattern, which is now beginning to take shape clearly. This formation is typically considered a reversal signal following a downtrend and is viewed by the majority of investors as a strong indicator of an upcoming bullish move. In the current scenario, the shaping of price action clearly shows that the first half of this pattern has been completed and that the second half has the potential to form. These types of formations are of great importance to investors, as they indicate that the market's search for a bottom may be over and a new wave of upward momentum could begin. The W pattern progresses in a way that forms two lows with a peak in between. The first low usually occurs after a sharp price drop and is shaped by the level where buyers step back in. From this support area, the price reacts upward to form a temporary peak. Then the price declines again to form the second low. However, this second dip tends to be shallower or forms at roughly the same level as the first. This suggests that buying pressure is increasing and sellers are losing control. Looking at the current price structure, the first part of this scenario appears to have formed successfully. The first low is clearly defined, and the price has shown a strong reaction from this point. The second half of the formation, meaning the second low, does not yet appear to be complete. However, the current technical setup suggests a high likelihood that a second low will form. Especially as the price approaches the support zone, signs such as slowing momentum, decreasing volume, and limited selling pressure suggest that investors are starting to view this level as a buying opportunity once again. This is a very positive technical signal that supports the formation of the second low. If the second low successfully forms and the price reacts strongly upward, breaking through the resistance, the technical target of the W pattern would then be activated. In technical analysis, the target following the completion of a W pattern is generally measured by projecting above the peak formed between the two lows. This target often points to a new short-term high or a rally extending beyond the current trading range. In addition to offering a price target, this kind of pattern also provides psychological reassurance to investors. With the second low, investors begin to believe the market has found its bottom and start to expand their long positions. This creates positive pressure on price and accelerates the upward move. Looking specifically at the region where this pattern is forming, it's clear that it aligns with strong support zones from a technical standpoint. Therefore, the conditions are not only graphically, but also structurally favorable for this pattern to work. The presence of active buyers at support levels, slowing price declines, and quick buying reactions indicate that these levels are holding and that the market is preparing for a reversal to the upside. Thus, if the second low forms, the upward reaction from this point could mark the beginning of a new bullish wave, both technically and in terms of investor sentiment. Furthermore, if this W pattern fits within a similar structure on higher timeframes, it becomes an even stronger signal. Multi-timeframe confirmation of technical patterns generally yields more reliable outcomes. In that case, the current structure could serve as a buying opportunity for short-term traders and as a confirmation of the upward direction for medium to long-term investors. ZBCN is listed on the ZKE exchange. The listing of the ZBCN coin on the ZKE exchange with spot trading pairs is an extremely positive development both in terms of short-term price movements and long-term investor sentiment. Such a listing can contribute to the project's credibility and adoption, increasing investor interest and boosting trading volume. Especially being listed on emerging exchanges like ZKE allows ZBCN to reach different investor groups, thereby increasing the coin's visibility. This can create positive pressure on the price and also pave the way for more investors to follow developments within the ecosystem. With this listing, ZBCN may also gain important technical support. New exchange listings generally tend to create increased volume and upward momentum in pricing. Additionally, being listed as a spot asset allows investors to directly purchase and hold the coin, which can generate real demand beyond speculative trading. This translates to a more stable market environment for long-term investors. In the long term, the significance of this development becomes even greater. The fact that a project begins to be listed on various exchanges is a highly important step toward gaining global recognition and reaching a broader investor base. If the ZBCN project stays on track with its roadmap and continues to develop technically, structures supported by positive news like exchange listings can help the price reach higher levels over time. In conclusion, being listed on the ZKE exchange as a spot asset allows ZBCN to be discovered by investors it hadn't previously reached and serves as a significant source of motivation for project developers. Such developments are highly positive signals not only from a technical analysis perspective, but also in terms of fundamental analysis. Especially considering the possibility that ZBCN may be listed on more exchanges in the future, this first step on the ZKE exchange could potentially lead to much greater impacts. As the price rises, even better listings are likely to follow. Yes friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.